We're going to go ahead and jump in. Super excited to have you all joining us today for Wodify Next, our summer 2025 mid-year update. Like I was saying, my name is Reagan. I am the product marketing manager here at Wodify, and I am super excited to be joined today by Brendan Rice, our CEO, and Matt Kenning, our Chief Product Officer. Brendan is going to go ahead and kick us off today with a kickoff message. Then I'm going to go over everything, well, not everything, but a lot of what's new in 2025, some of our most exciting new features. And then Matt will give us a preview of what we can look forward to for the rest of the year. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you, Brendan.
Thanks, Reagan, and thanks again, everyone, for joining, spending some time with us this Thursday morning or afternoon, wherever you are. Reagan shared some webinar tips earlier, but really encourage everyone to participate and stay engaged. Hopefully you find the content valuable. Lisa Shackleford, I see you already have your hand raised. That might have been a test as we showed that. So if you actually do have a question, drop it in the chat. Oh, I think you lowered your hand there. All good. I was like, I don't know what we've covered yet that you would have questions for, but yeah, so let's jump into it. I want to start by just zooming out a little bit and talking about our industry, kind of offering my perspective on the industry that we're all a part of, and as a company, Wodify exists to serve, which is health and fitness. This year, the fitness industry has become more important and more competitive than ever. Going back a few years to kind of the rebound from COVID, all of the industry data that we look at and stay close to and analyze ourselves from our own data set points to gyms and other fitnesses becoming a true third or fourth place for consumers that serves as a critical pillar of health and community. And I think that probably all of you appreciate that sentiment and appreciate what your business does for the community that you're in. But looking at some hard numbers, I recently read the U.S. Health and Fitness Association annual report. So a big report they publish each year, broadly looking at the entire U.S. fitness industry, and it's reached an all-time high in 2024 as gyms, studios, and other fitness facilities had a 77 million members. That's about a 5.5% year-over-year increase, which marks another year, a second year in a row of strong membership momentum across the fitness industry. So I think it's important, it's growing, but at the same time, big brands are really trying to capitalize on the success of small group training, and franchise concepts are merging, new entrants are raising millions of dollars in venture capital, and so it is becoming more competitive even as the entire market is growing. The vast majority of Wodify's community is made up of entrepreneurial operators who are not running large commercial gyms or franchises. All of you on this call probably fall in this category, that you are the health and wellness founders who have to do it all. Your coaches, managers, community leaders, janitors, HR, finance, the list goes on. And so what that means is it's never been harder today to be a health and fitness founder, but we exist to try to be part of that journey and help support you. So here are just a few examples of kind of what's happening in our corner of the industry. These are photos of people and communities that Wodify is proud to partner with. I know personally what it means to lead a business, and I know how sometimes thankless that job can be. So let me just start by saying thank you for the work you're doing and the impact you're having on people's lives, and for letting Wodify be part of that journey. I hope that we can continue supporting and growing together. And even though, like I said, the industry is becoming more competitive, I want to highlight these three leaders who have grown through the ups and downs with some quick, kind of optimistic, fun stories. So on the left here, we have the Jiu-Jitsu Company. Jiu-Jitsu Company opened their doors just after COVID. Since then, they've more than, I don't know if Angie might be on this call actually, but they've more than doubled their membership since working with Wodify. They use our technology in awesome ways to change the way jiu-jitsu classes are run. They even kind of featured Wodify in a recent ad they did, showing how much more engaging their experience is than more traditional gyms. And just recently, they purchased the building next to them. So they're expanding to offer strength and yoga training. I could not be more proud of Angie and Josh Vogel and thankful for the feedback they've given our team along the way. If you're ever in Philly and you do jiu-jitsu or you want to try jiu-jitsu, drop in. They have an awesome and super welcoming community. The middle picture is the Strip CrossFit in Vegas. They've been a customer for over 8 years. So, for any of you that have been with us for that long as well, through a lot of our ups and downs, Joe, who's the owner, is one of the most driven entrepreneurs I've ever met. And he's pushed the limits of his business, opening 2 locations for a boot camp concept called Tread Vegas, and what I think is probably the coolest weightlifting gym in Vegas called the Strip Barbell. So another one to check out if you're in Vegas, drop in for a class or go to the Strip Barbell there. Lastly, PT Revolution is a newer customer in the Lake Tahoe area. They offer personal training, physical therapy, and small group classes. They've been an awesome partner in helping give product feedback so we can build a better solution for individualized programming. And they actually just opened their second location in Truckee. I saw someone else, Elevated Academy. You're here from Truckee. So go check them out if you don't already know them. We're really excited to grow with them. And aside from just sharing these stories, one of the things I'm trying to illustrate is the importance of us as a company to be able to partner with different fitness types to make everyone's product experience better. So we're learning from these different industries and applying the concepts to everyone. And I hope you'll see that through the rest of this presentation when we talk about our feature releases and what's on our roadmap and bringing value across the board. So again, just a few stories. There's so much more amazing work being done by so many of you. But shifting gears to the Wodify side, I just want to wrap up this intro section by sharing something that we talk about a lot internally, which is our refocus and renewed core values and mission. And we start every one of our internal meetings with a slide that has our core values and our mission statement. So I wanted to start this meeting with the same. We have 5 core values. I'm not going to go in depth through all of them. If you're curious about any of them, shoot me an email or drop in the chat, but I just want to share what they are. So our 5 core values are lead like a business owner, be customer obsessed, champion continuous improvement, think platform, and commit and deliver. And our mission, which used to be more based on business and financial growth, to be honest, is now purely rooted in value for all of you. We're dedicated to being the #1 tech partner that fitness and wellness founders trust to fuel their passion. And you can kind of tell from that statement, there's no finish line. But I hope you see us getting better and better along the way. And along the way, we'll definitely make mistakes and we won't always build the feature you're hoping for. But in the long run, I hope that you trust us as your partner. So moving on to some of the more exciting stuff, what I hope that you walk away from this presentation with is a solid recap of the new features and improvements we've made this year, guidance and best practices to actually get the most out of those new features. Because I know that, we release a lot, it can be a little overwhelming. So use this as a chance to just see everything we've done and consider using some new stuff for your business, and a preview of what we're building next and how Wodify is investing your money. So I've said this before, but that is how we think about it. We've never raised outside funding. We're a bootstrapped, self-funded business, but you are our investors. Our customers are our investors. So it's our responsibility to tell you how we're investing your money. That's what we're going to do in this meeting today. And then lastly, just a chance to tell us what content you want more of. So drop it in the chat, ask questions at the end, send us an email afterwards, but we want to have an open and transparent dialogue with everyone. So with that, I will hand it off to Reagan, and we're going to talk about what we built so far this year.
All right. Thanks, Brendan. I'm freaking hyped right now. This is so exciting. We're going to go over what's new so far in 2025. And before we jump into some of the new, fun, shiny new features, let's talk about the most important thing we can do here at Wodify, and that is improve the speed and overall reliability of our software. We want to make sure no customer is having the experience this customer is having, as he portrays in this message. We want to make sure your experience in Wodify is fast, snappy, and reliable, and we have been prioritizing that this year. We are very excited to announce that we have been able to improve initial load times of Wodify Core and both the client and lead profiles by speeds of up to 3 times faster. We've also launched a new initiative that helps it be a little bit easier for you guys to report if and when you encounter an error in Wodify. So previously, if you encountered an error in Wodify, you would see this message at the top of your screen telling you to email this code to our team. Now, all you have to do is click a button, and that error is going to drop directly into a Slack channel. As you can see here, our team can quickly jump on the issue, and what might have been just like a quick message that popped up that you just exit out of and moved on with, we can now actually address. And because of this, we've been able to make 127 small improvements to create a more uninterrupted experience in Wodify. So very, very important that we address these things before we start building, the new and fun features. So I'm going to kind of categorize some of our most popular new features for 2025 so far into three categories. And we're kind of thinking about them in three ways that add value to your business. So we're thinking about features that help you get more clients, improve your retention and revenue, and automate and tailor Wodify's to your operations and to your business. So for Get More Clients, we're going to be talking about the new online sales pages, coach bios, and Wodify sites. For improving retention and revenue, that's going to cover point of sale, personal records, and appointments. And for automating and tailoring to your business, we're going to be talking about the new mobile app custom nav, new automations, class improvements, and Kiosk Plus. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into these now. So for the online sales pages, these did release in the US earlier this year, towards the end of last year, but we fully rolled these out internationally throughout the last 6 months. The new online sales pages, one, they look great. They also help you generate revenue from online purchases, and they now are custom branded. So you can really have a seamless experience for your leads and clients when they navigate from your website to a purchase page. They're also optimized for mobile, which is going to make that online booking experience really, really smooth. A few little features have been added to the online sales pages over the last couple of months. Those are going to include the promo code, permalinks, and QR codes. And I love this because let's say it's summer, you want to offer a 15% off first month membership special. You can now create that promo code and attach it directly to a QR code that you add to a flyer or a permalink that you add in an email, and easily have people take action on that link without having to worry about entering a code and potentially entering it incorrectly. We've also added a Stripe link integration, which allows for one-click checkout, even if it's somebody's first time ever on your online sales page, if they've used another website that uses Stripe link. So it allows them to save their payment information so that they can just get right on to making that purchase. We've also added direct class links for online sales page links, which allows you to send leads and clients to a specific class, which is really helpful for drop-ins and even like specialty classes and event signups. Now, coach bios is one of my personal favorite new features. This is a great way to highlight your team. Coach bios are visible on the online sales pages. If you have coaches assigned to a class, your leads and clients can click on that person's name and view their bio, view their certifications, specialties, background. It's a great way to build trust with leads by putting your team's credentials front and center. And then this is also visible in the Wodify mobile app, which helps strengthen those connections with your clients and coaches, giving them a better understanding of the people who are taking them through classes and appointments. For our Wodify Sites customers, we have added a Google Business Profile sync. This is going to be super helpful to ensure that your Google Business Profile and your website are staying up to date, but you're not having to jump back and forth and update two different places. You can just update your website, and all of those updates will be reflected on Google Business. So this is a really great way to ensure that Google information stays up to date. We've also added an AI writing assistant. It's kind of like ChatGPT inside your site editor. So think of it as a really nice way to quickly write blogs, add new website page copy. So it's going to allow you to create that high quality content a lot faster. And then building off of that coach bio feature we released in Wodify, we've also added a coach bio integration with our websites. So similarly to that Google Business Profile sync, it's ideal when you can make a change one time in one place and it reflects everywhere. This coach bio integration allows you to do that. So if one of your coaches goes and gets a higher certification and you want to make sure that's reflected on your website, you only have to update it on their coach profile, and that change will be reflected throughout Wodify and on your website.
Hey Reagan, can I add something really quick just to the
Yeah,
Google Business Profile Sync? If
yeah,
anyone's
for sure.
interested in general Google My Business optimization, Reagan and Corey hosted a really popular episode of Wodify Insiders a few months ago, where we break down ways you can use ChatGPT or another AI tool to fully optimize your Google My Profile listing and respond to reviews. So I'll drop it in the chat, but we've seen a lot of people get value from that.
Yeah, that was a great episode. And there's a full blog on it as well if you prefer to read. But we have all of those ChatGPT prompts um, collected for you as well, which will make it really easy to implement those suggestions made in the episode. All right, point of sale. This is still in beta. So if you don't have access to the new point of sale yet, it is coming very soon. We are starting to roll this out to more and more customers over the next few weeks, but we have fully redesigned our point of sale. We've added new features like self-service checkout that allows clients to use just the last four digits of their phone number to check out. So if you're like me and you can't remember a password unless it's saved in Keychain, this is a really great way to be able to quickly check out. It also looks awesome. We've got big, bold icons that show those products and quick add to cart functionality, so you don't have to keep clicking back and forth between pages. A new sold by attribution, which is going to allow you to track which team member made the sale. And custom branding, of course, with also the option to switch between light and dark mode. Brendan, you want to
Yeah,
tell us
sorry.
about personal records?
Those are some impressive transitions, Reagan. You showed everything very smoothly there. Yeah, the new point of sale also, just as Reagan pointed out, we have it live with a handful of customers right now, adding some new features, fixing a few things, but everyone should have access to that in the next like week or two. So coming very soon, and would encourage you, if you're already using our point of sale, you probably can already tell, just like, thank God it looks way better and there's new features. If you're not, I would really encourage you to consider it's just another way to consolidate and streamline your tech stack down to Wodify. So if you haven't used it in the past, no hard feelings. We understand it. The design looked like it was from the early 90s and the functionality wasn't great. Now it's awesome. So give it another try. For personal records, we made a few improvements here. The overall theme that we've seen is the more kind of engagement you can create for clients, the more they're going to show up and engage with your business through attendance, through their own performance progression, and through everything else. We've added a few features here. We're not talking about week streaks. We released that last year, but that kind of kicked off and reminded us of the value a lot of these features can bring. So the first thing we created is this personal records tab. So this is one view. So they can view personal records for performance history, their week streak, current week streak, their records for the week streak, the calendar showing them their attendance trends. So just one easy place for them to go and check out all of their kind of engagement and performance over time. It's in the by default, it's in the hamburger menu in the mobile app. So we'll talk about a new feature later where you could change that if you want to, but it might be an opportunity to announce it in a class or share it via email just because it's a little bit hidden. But as soon as clients discover it, they'll definitely use it a lot. And then specifically for performance history, we launched the manage PRs feature. So we heard this feedback a lot, and it stuck out to me when I was actually at the Strip CrossFit, one of the customers we talked about earlier, the end of last year. And he talked about how he's been using Wodify for 8 or 9 years, and he's like, I'm never going to get back to my one rep max that I was at back then. So it's that's one use case. Another use case is injuries. And I did the class, and someone I was working out with was injured, and they kind of articulated this really well too. They were like, well, for the next 6 months, I want to kind of work back up, but then I would want to reset and look at my all-time performance data. So this is a flexible feature that allows you to just basically set a date you want to calculate PRs since. So it lets you, of course, just look at all time, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, any custom date. It provides flexibility, accurate and relevant tracking for individual progress. So yeah, those are some of the improvements we made to manage personal records.
And the adjustment is not final. So if you do filter your records to only look at the last 3 months and then you recover from that injury, you want to go back to all time again, you can
Yeah.
always reset it back to all time. So it's a super flexible feature. All right, so appointments have also been a huge focus for us this year. We have a really solid offering when it comes to classes in Wodify, but we really needed to expand kind of the flexibility of like what kind of appointment memberships you could offer and that sort of thing. So again, we're focused a lot on appointments right now and will continue to be over the next few months. We recently added appointment plans. So just like you guys can all offer class plans, you can now also offer appointment plans. So you can offer unlimited and limited reoccurring plans for your clients who use appointments. So that could look like two appointments per week, 6 per month on a reoccurring basis, or unlimited sauna sessions, whatever you want that appointment to be. And then we've also added payment plans. This is for both appointment plans and packs. You can now charge setup fees and create more like flexible payment options. So if you have people that like to pay in weekly installments versus monthly installments or full year, they can now do that with payment plans. We've also added automated recurring booking. So if you have a diehard 2 time per week a personal training client and they want to come in 2 times a week for the rest of forever, we now make sure that they maintain that continuous 1 year scheduling window. So if you ever need to modify, cancel some appointments in the future when they're going to be out of town, you can do that ahead of time. We've also added self sign-in for appointments. This is really great for giving clients the ability to sign themselves into appointment. As a coach, if you are running from appointment to appointment, it can be a lot to also make sure you're the one signing everybody in. This gives the client the option to sign themselves in when they get there for their session. We've improved the client booking process in the mobile app so they can easily access coach profile bio details and get a more multi-select booking option. And then we've also added mobile appointment editing for your staff. So you can change providers, cancel bookings, charge cancellation fees, or configure session losses straight from the mobile app. So Brendan alluded to the mobile app custom nav earlier. If you guys haven't checked this out, I highly encourage you to look at it because it's just fun. It's fun to make things your own, and it's fun to make the Wodify app even better reflect your business. And so what we've done is we've given you the ability to rearrange and modify both the bottom tabs and side menu in the Wodify app so you can choose what shows. You can prioritize what you think matters most for your clients to be able to see. You can also choose custom icons. So if you think that the workout should be represented by a flex, you can change it to a flex or a dumbbell, whatever you like. And you can also link out to external websites. So in that side menu, you can add links to things. I think I saw CrossFit Livermore now links out to their gym photo library. So their members can click on that link and see all of the photos taken during classes. I've also seen people link resources like nutrition guides or at-home workout guides. So you can link out to things like that there. And then you can also choose who can see what. So we added segment control for the side menu. So you can control who sees those side menu tabs. So if I want only my coaches to be able to see certain items, I can do that. I can also filter things by like membership access and everybody in that segment. So if only my nutrition clients should get access to that extra nutrition guides, I can make sure only they see it.
Yeah, Reagan, just one comment to add to that is the way this feature works is pretty much immediate. Like if any of you wanted to, you could go change one of these menu items while we were on this call. And what that means is it gives you the ability to do some really cool real-time things. So if you wanted to have like literally a 24-hour promotion, or maybe you were running a little challenge at the gym, like let's try to get, 20 Google reviews in the next 2 days. You could add a link to your Google reviews just to the bottom of the app. And as coaches talked about it, they could say, hey, it's in the app at the bottom. And then you could change it, the next day. So play around with it, and there's probably some long-term setup, but also use it for one-off events. As you can see in this example that keeps flashing up, it looks like a gym added their holiday hours just for the 4th of July. They chose the bicep emoji, which is interesting, but yeah, it's super easy to change and literally just refresh the app and it'll show up there.
Yeah, CrossFit Montco just did a cool one too, where they are offering, I think, a yoga class every couple of weeks. So it's kind of in addition to the regular schedule, and you have to purchase it in addition to your membership. So they linked out to the online sales portal purchase page on their side menu. So it like really clearly directs people to that link. So I thought that was really cool. All right, moving on to automations. If you're not familiar with Wodify workflows, it is our automation feature, and you should familiarize yourself with it. Reach out to our team. We're here to help you set these up. There are a ton of pre-built automations you can use. A few new ones we've added are our monthly recap workflow. So this can be automatically sent to clients to kind of give them a month in review update, how many classes they've attended in comparison to the month before. We've also added PR celebrations, so you can automatically send clients congratulation emails or in-app chats when they hit PRs. And we've also added appointment reminders. So for those personal training clients or appointment clients, you can send flexible appointment reminders prior to their appointment. We've also continued to build out pre-built automations with some of our partners, including Best Hour of Their Day and Healthy Steps Nutrition Mentoring. Classes have seen a big update this year as well. We did a full infrastructure cleanup of our class pages, including a bunch of bug fixes and page redesigns. We also added more sign-in settings, so you can now choose how long after a class ends clients can continue to sign in. We've also added minimum reservation threshold settings, so I can make sure that I have at least 5 people reserved for class at least 30 minutes before that class starts to make sure I'm not sending a coach up to a class with only one person if I don't want to do that. For Kiosk Plus, we implemented some feedback based off of all feedback you guys gave us, which is to combine our sign-in and results panel to replicate our original coach board experience. We also added the performance panel, which allows you to log results and review performance history for clients, even if they're not signed in to a class. And it ties in really well with our new appointment panel that allows you to manage appointments, sign people in, book their future appointments, mark no-shows, change providers, all those good things. And then our newest panel is our custom panel. You can do things like embed Spotify playlists directly in the panel so you can control your music alongside your class sign-ins. You can also do things like embed timers. Basically, you can embed any URL that like allows embedding and also embed code like the Spotify plugin. So you can have media library pages, timers, videos, anything you want really on this panel without having to switch between tabs. All right, so that was a lot. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Matt for a quick preview of what's coming next for the rest of this year.
Cool. Thanks, Reagan. Hey, everybody. So as you just saw, we launched a lot of awesome enhancements this year, but we're super excited for what's to come in the months ahead, and I'll walk you through some of that. So our first area of focus is on communication, one of the most important tools within Wodify for your client retention. First, we'll be completely transforming our messaging within Wodify in what we're calling unified inbox. So we know that you get tons of emails, chats, SMSs per day, and every second matters in your busy days. So we make sure to prioritize speed and ease of access. You'll no longer have to navigate the different communication sections within Core. Unified Inbox, we made sure to put the client first, and regardless of the means of communication, it'll be so easy for you to pick up where you left off. And with Unified Inbox, we're launching tons of new features and functionality. So you'll be able to send messages from any page within Core, such as directly from a lead's profile, or if you're already viewing their notes and other important information about them. Schedule sending, which we've all come to love with our email tools, we're actually going to be bringing this to SMS and chat as well. So allowing you to work whenever you want, but have the messages still get sent at the right time. DCCing on messages, marking individual messages as unread, are a few of these other features. And this has been a huge undertaking by our team. We're just about there. It's been 6 months in the making. We have check-ins, and every check-in we internally in Wodify are like get so excited seeing the progress of it. Just a couple weeks ago, as we're more and more getting ready to show it off and launch it, I just stumbled across it, kind of doing some regular testing, and it's awesome. It's going to be a game changer. We're super excited to launch it. Unified Inbox is going to be available within Wodify Core, launching to beta customers next week, and then it'll quickly make its way directly into the mobile app soon after. Next, we're revamping automated emails, which we know is the crux of communication within Wodify. So we know that setting up the right cadence with the right visuals goes a long way in client retention. So if you wanted to create a really dynamic and engaging welcome email, you'll be able to do that using our brand new enhanced drag and drop editor that we just brought to marketing emails. You'll be able to send automated emails from your own custom domains and email addresses, improving deliverability and open rate. And you'll be able to fully customize both the rules that triggers emails like follow-ups and anniversary messages, as well as the content. So whatever milestones you want to celebrate, you'll be able to create custom emails for each unique milestone. And then our last major communications related feature is what we're calling Wodify Voice. So I just talked about how we'll be enhancing the digital ways to communicate with clients and leads, but we all know nothing can replace picking up the phone and talking to them directly, particularly as it comes to converting leads and nurturing your clients. So our Wodify dialer for both inbound and outbound calling will be embedded directly within Wodify Core and the mobile app and offer you the ability to dial, track, and record all of your calls. You'll no longer have to go between your phone and Wodify looking up manually for a client's phone number, and then copying in or typing it into your phone. It'll be all integrated within Wodify. Super excited for Wodify Voice. It'll streamline your sales, conversion, and communication processes. We're real excited, and moving on to the next section. So this is going to be focused on helping you guys grow your own businesses. So launching tomorrow is rollover memberships, where unused classes and appointments can carry over to the next booking period. So we know this is critical for some of you, but for others, you don't want the sessions or may not want the sessions to roll over. But as Brendan mentioned earlier, one of our themes, and we focus on developing features with a platform mindset. And so we're going to give you full control over which memberships you do and don't want to enable this for. But rollover memberships are a great way for clients with varied schedules. They can still get the full value of memberships, even if they have to miss a few sessions. You won't need to worry about cancellations or refund requests stemming from these unused sessions anymore. And then you'll be able to better convert leads who may be cost conscious or have unpredictable availability. So be sure to check this out starting tomorrow. As Reagan mentioned, we revamped our online sales experience this year, and then we quickly moved into doing the same with point of sale and retail. So also, as you may have already seen, and some of you are beta users of this, our brand new point of sale. It'll be launched to everyone in the coming weeks. But we knew that we needed to do more to help you increase and streamline your retail sales, making it as easy and fast as seamless as possible for your clients to buy retail items. So we're introducing mobile retail, the ability for clients to purchase retail items directly within the Wodify app using their saved payment methods. Clients can browse through your merchandise right from within the app. And for all of you who are relying on the trust method of a clipboard at the front desk, we've got great news for you that you won't need that outdated system anymore. We've got you covered. And now moving to individualized programming. So we're building the best tools to help you tap into this rapidly growing market. You'll be able to create programs geared towards one-to-one programming, small group classes. And to do this, we're going to be supporting entering performance results for variable reps and sets, which we know a lot of you, especially your long-time customers, have been looking forward to for years now. We'll be rebuilding our workout builder, making it much easier to enter in reusable daily workouts, creating workout program templates that you can assign to individual clients, and a lot more. We're real excited to support individualized programming to unlock another revenue stream for your businesses. And then our third area for focus for the year is on operations. So first, starting with a complete overhaul of our payroll offering. We know our current payroll is confusing and misses key functionality such as appointments and various pay types. We spent a lot of time, days, the team in our Philadelphia office, just locking ourselves, doing whiteboard sessions after whiteboard sessions, understanding both our current payroll and then also understanding payroll in general. And then obviously, lastly, layering in thank you again for people who have given us feedback and letting us chat with you and understanding all the different ways and calculations that you may use to pay different staff and employees and coaches. And so all of our new designs will make the complex payroll a lot easier and more straightforward to understand while still being able to create the unique payroll calculations that many of your businesses do require. But really, the part that we're most excited about is actual payroll processing. So that is distributing real dollars into your employees' bank accounts. So you don't need to have a separate software do this for you. You'll be able to run your entire payroll for every coach, staff, and manager directly within Wodify. And finally, we'll be launching a single fully integrated calendar, including class calendar, appointment calendar, and coach availability calendar. We understand how critical it is that you are able to manage all aspects of your business from a single calendar. And we also know that calendar changes can happen suddenly, unexpectedly. So this new calendar will update in real time the second changes are made. So for example, if a coach has to call out or they swap out or they update their availability last second, the calendar will reflect these changes immediately. The new calendar will also enable calendar syncing, not just for appointments, but for classes and appointments for all of your staff. So as you can see, we've got a ton of awesome features planned. We're always looking for feedback and beta testers along the way. So if any one of these or a lot of these in particular caught your interest, please reach out to the team. We'd love to chat with you more. And now, yeah, back to you, Brendan, to close this out.
Great, thank you, Matt. Hopefully you saw some features you're excited about. Also, just to reiterate, like those are some of our major features we're working on. There's a ton of other functionality we're releasing, even some stuff coming out tomorrow morning we didn't even talk about. So like keep an eye on our weekly or bi-weekly release updates and marketing emails that Reagan sends out. Hopefully you're excited every time you see Reagan's name pop up in your inbox because it's usually good news about stuff we're building. And then Friday mornings, log in and see what's new and look for the in-app notifications. But here's kind of just to wrap it up before we move to Q&A, something I had the same slide the last couple times we've done this presentation, and I think it can be a valuable way to think about what the takeaways might be from all this information. So here's my challenge for you. After reviewing this presentation, think about one or two features that you're not currently using that could have the biggest impact or solve a problem or an inefficiency in your business. Then take some time to really invest in learning those features. We covered them at a high level today, but play around with it, read the documentation, or talk to our team via email, chat, or a one-on-one Zoom call. We'll talk more about that in the next slide, the different ways you can do that, but we're here to help you. And then also take the time to teach those new features and whatever you're implementing to your staff. This is a critical piece that some people miss. So whether you have a weekly team meeting or a Slack channel, whatever your method is, like really take some time to get your coaches and your staff bought into Wodify and learning it because it's a really powerful tool with them. And I had an interaction with a coach recently who I was taking a class and I asked them about Wodify and they kind of made a passive comment and I just sat with them for a few minutes and opened up the app with them and showed them Coach View and showed them some of the stuff they could do. And they were just like, oh my God, this is awesome. I never even knew this existed. So don't assume especially maybe like part-time staff or people who come in and coach a few classes know it. It takes like, just a few minutes to train them on some of the most impactful stuff, especially Coach View in the Wodify app. That's a really, there's a lot of functionality in that view that all the coaches should know. And then lastly, measure the results. So all of the stuff we're talking about, as we said at the beginning, help you convert more leads, improve your retention, improve your revenue, streamline your operations. So anytime you're making a change to your business, be thinking about the results you're hoping it drives. And then moving on to that idea of collaborating with us. Now we can help you. Just remember, like we are your partner in all of this. We want to be here and available to help you. So You can always email us at support@Wodify. You can go to oneonone.wodify.com and book Zoom calls with us. We have live chat available in the app. We have a business success team, which is that team of really technical folks who can help set up and configure workflows. And what's cool about our business success team is they can not only help you with workflow configuration, but if you're trying to, for example, connect Wodify and Slack, they know a lot about Slack, about Canva, about QuickBooks, about other business tools that a lot of you guys probably use. So reach out to them with any of your technology questions, and we'll help you connect your tech stack to Wodify and get the most out of our system. Community Hub, I think that's our Facebook group. Is that what that is? Right? Yeah, join our
Yep.
Facebook group. There's a lot of fun comments in there and sharing ideas with each other. Our ideas portal is how you can submit new feature requests or feedback on our planned roadmap. Events, we'd love to meet people in person. So a bunch of us will be at the CrossFit Games next week. We'll be at the Best Hour of Their Days having a big event in October. And just keep an eye out for us at a lot of these big industry events. And then the last thing is those release highlights that Reagan sends out. We try to over communicate what we're building so that you guys can get the most value out of that. So in-app messages, emails, videos along with the emails, we really try to communicate with all of you. So please engage with those messages so you know what's happening. And the last thing that I just thought of at the beginning of this presentation, mentioning one of our newer customers in Truckee and seeing there was another business on the phone in Truckee, which is like Truckee's like this small little town in California by Lake Tahoe. I think it'd be really valuable for you guys to talk to each other. And so the community hub's one way to do that, but another way to do that is if you open the Wodify app, there's a feature called Wodifind, and you can see other gyms based on like entering a zip code or something. So I encourage all of you to check out Wodifind for your area, your city, and see if there's another gym you could go grab a coffee with and just talk to them about how you're using Wodify, see if they have any feedback. Just seems like a cool way to leverage our technology to do some networking. So yeah, check that out. And I think that's a wrap. Good meeting. Hopefully some stuff you guys are looking forward to. And just to reiterate what I was saying at the beginning, we are really, just feel like proud and important part of this community, and that's because of all of you. So we're looking forward to the next 6 months, and we will do another one of these in December with some exciting updates.
Yep. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.